Hi everyone. In today's section, we are going to review what are arrays. Arrays are contiguous area of memory. Contiguous area of memory. Consisting of equal size elements. Consisting of equal size elements. Which can be indexed or accessed using contiguous integers. Using contiguous integers. So what is special about these arrays? The speciality about these arrays is that they give constant time, big O of 1, read and write access to the elements of the array. For example, say the array is this 3, 5, 7 and 8, and the array say index 1 based, that is the first index is 1, 2, 3, 4. If someone asks us what is at index 3, we can return ARR of 3 is equal to 7. So this gives us constant time access. So how does this constant time access? Let me demonstrate this to you through an example. Say this is the array, which is a contiguous area of memory, and each element is of equal size. Let's say element size is ELEM size. Let's say base address of the array is base ADRR, and say we want to find the address of this index of this blocks, that is whose index is I. So how will we compute this address? Address of I can be given as base address plus I minus index base into element size. So this might seem confusing a little bit. Index base can be 0 or 1. It is 0 when the first index is 0 and 1 when the first index is 1. Let me demonstrate this to you through a very simple example. Say base address of the array. Base address of the array is equal to 1000. Base address means the address of the first element or block of the array, and says the element size is 8. Say we want to find the address of the element at index is equal to 6 and the array is 0 based, which is the first index is 0. So we can find the address of the sixth element as follows: 1000 plus element size 8 into index minus base, which is equal to 1048. So the address of the sixth element is 1048. There is this concept of multidimensional arrays in some languages. Say this is the index of the first element in this first row and first column is 1 comma 1, and this is 3 comma 4. Since there are 3 rows, 1 2 3 and 4 columns, 1 2 3 4. So say we wish to find the address of this element, and we know the base address of the array. Say the base address is base ADDR, as in the previous case. Number of rows are rows, number of columns are cols. So how do you think will we be able to find the address of this element? We can find ADD 3 comma 4 as follows. So the formula can be row minus I into number of column plus col minus I into element size. plus base address, which is base ADDR. Let's say consider this case only. So here the number of rows are 3. So 3 minus I into col. Number of columns are 4. Plus col, that is number of columns are 4 minus I into element size. Plus base address, say it is 1000. I am extremely sorry because this will be j, because this is I comma j. So we are actually calculating the address of these area. So say the I is 3. So 3 minus 1, which is 2, into number of columns, which is 4. So these are 8 cells, which is 2 into 4 is equal to 8 cells. I, which is 3, minus I, which is base index 1, into 4, which is element size, is equal to 8. And now we wish to find this. So this can be given by number of columns, which minus j. Here j is equal to 4 and number of columns is also equal to 4. So we will give this by 4 minus j, which is equal to 3. I hope you might have understood this concept really well. So what we were considering was row major indexing. That is, initially we calculate the elements of the row. That is 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, then 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, so on and so forth. Had we here, the jth index is changing very fast, whereas the ith index remains constant for the proportionality of the row. In column major indexing, the first of all the columns are read. So that is, it will be 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, then 2, 2, 3, 2, and so on and so forth. This is the way how we are placing elements or how we are calculating the address in the memory. So this is called as row major, whereas this is called as column major. The formula that we considered were using this assumption that the memory distribution or memory laying out was based on row major concept. So now I'm going to discuss the time for some common operations in array. Time for common operations. At the beginning of the array, at the middle of the array, at the end of the array. It is adding of element or removal of element. Say the array is as follows. There are 8 elements in the array and we have only filled, say, 3, 5, 7. So now we want to add an element at the beginning of the array. So here we will have to first move these elements like this. 3 will be transferred here, 3 will be transferred here, 5 will be transferred here, 7 will be transferred here. So this is big of n, because we have to shift n elements in order to accommodate the first element. What will happen if we have to remove the first element? Same is the case. This will also be big O of n, because we will have to shift all the elements now in the opposite way. That is, 5 will come here, 7 will come here, 5, 7, and this 3 will go out. So what if we wish to insert the elements in the middle or add the end. If we have to insert an element at the end, it will be big O of 1, because we can take the element say 9 and insert it here. And what will happen if we wish to remove from at the end of the array? It will also be big O of 1, because we can just reduce the size of the array and this 9 will be cut out. What will happen if we have to insert or remove at the middle? It will be O big O of n, because we still would have to shift n by 2 items, and in terms of complexity, it will still O of n by 2 is still big O of n. So I hope you must have understood this concept of arrays. Now let me provide you a little summary in order to end the discussion. So arrays provide constant time, read and write access. If you want to add or remove elements from the beginning or at the end, big O of 1 time. For addition and removal, of elements at end. Similarly, it will be big O of n to remove or add elements at an arbitrary position. I hope you might have understood the concept, and for any doubts, please write in the comments and I will try to clear them in the next video. Thank you.